Here's the real way to start an OnlyFans management agency if you're just an average bloke with an average job, all right? I'm not gonna spin any of that bullshit that won't relate to 99% of you, all right? Hey, I'm Bjorn Olsen from YourOFEmpire.com and the Empire Forums. I'm the owner of the OnlyFans Empire, an OnlyFans management agency managing girls in the top 1% from all over the world, completely remotely, hence different hotel rooms and all my different videos. Check out our agency at YourOFEmpire.com or check out my social media at Bjorn Olsen Official on all major social media platforms. But for now, let's get back to my video. Uber Eats. Now I've got your attention. That's actually how I did it. What I did was I left my full 9-to-5 job that I was doing and I started doing Uber Eats deliveries full time. Why? Because you can work your own hours, but the main reason is that I could spend nearly all day listening to podcasts about business, about managing, about OnlyFans, about creating content, all of it. It was like going to uni. I'd do Uber Eats deliveries. I would do that for hours to pay the bills, to pay the rent for my apartment so I could actually live. But I tell you what, it was like going to university. And the other thing with that, you could slowly lower your hours when you actually started managing. That's hard if you've got a 9-to-5 job. If you've got the usual job with a boss that needs you to be here and leave then, that's very hard. You can't start saying, hey, this idea that I thought of is start taking off. Can I work less? Not gonna work. Uber Eats deliveries or Uber. I personally liked Uber Eats because I couldn't be fucked talking to anyone. I wanted to listen to podcasts in the car. I just wanted to learn. I didn't want a passenger. I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to go to school, learn everything I could, and then drop off the food. Get back in the car, learn more, get back in the car, all right? So I did that. Then, once I learned a bit about OnlyFans management and sifted through like 99% of all those shitty videos on YouTube, hopefully mine's not one of them, I got to work. I started social proofing my personal Insta. I didn't worry about creating an agency Insta with a brand and a logo and creating a website. Fuck that, get to work. I just social proofed my personal Insta. Put up some cool photos, removed all the shitty photos of me smoking and drinking, and then started stealing OnlyFans revenue screenshots off the web. Started stealing it from Facebook groups. You've seen another video I've talked about it. And these shout out for shout out groups, you can steal screenshots and then you just slap like a watermark on it. Anyway, that's another story. And then I started social proofing my Insta that way. Started putting them in highlights so it looked like, you know, I was making some money. And then I started posting tips about OnlyFans on my personal Insta because then girls will see it and go, ah, he knows what he's talking about. Once that was done, I got cold outreaching. This took a lot of goes. I watched a lot of videos and I heard about a lot of different ways to do this. The way I landed on was voice messaging, but that's a whole nother video in itself. Point is, I got cold outreaching. I didn't even know what the fuck I was gonna do. I didn't have a system in place. I didn't know how I was gonna market them. I didn't have a stash of iPhones ready to do dating apps. I didn't even know what the fuck, how to market on dating apps. I just started cold outreaching. So here I am doing Uber Eats deliveries by day, driving around listening to podcasts, how to business, how to do this, how to do that, how to run OnlyFans, what is OnlyFans, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll get home or even on my lunch break, I'll be cold outreaching. I'll be using the follow-unfollow method or Gary's $80 strategy to attract girls, OnlyFans girls. Now you're gonna attract a lot of spam. Just so I was getting some numbers there and then I could have a lot of girls that I could pitch. And then I started finding like niche OnlyFans hashtags where I could find girls that I could pitch. I didn't use the main OnlyFans hashtags because everyone was pitching them and they've heard enough. They just can't be fucked or they're already taken. So I found niche hashtags, you know, like emo, niche, fetish related hashtags, because then there's a less chance they've been bombarded with everyone. But that's what I'd do on lunch break or I'd get home. I'd just pitch. I would pitch, cold outreach, cold outreach, cold outreach. Didn't even know how the fuck I was going to run the business. And then when I started getting interest, when I started getting girls saying, yes, I'm interested, then I'll learn about the business. But until I couldn't even get them saying they were interested, I didn't bother. I just wanted to work that muscle, learn how to outreach. And then when I started getting girls saying, yes, I'm interested, it took a lot of trial and error because my follow-up message would always put them off. It would always be fucking 3 pages long and they'd either leave you on scene or they'd say, no thanks. But point is, I was just working that muscle before I even worried about anything else in the back end. Then when I started girls saying they were interested, then I started looking around, finding contracts that were good. Now back then, ChatGPT wasn't a thing. Tell you what, now, my fuck, get it to write you a contract, get it to do anything. It is so much easier now. Get ChatGPT to do everything for you. So I was getting really worked up because it's really easy now, and people just don't pull the trigger because it's not safe. Anyway, point is, I was doing Uber Eats 24/7. Well, it felt like 24/7 because it was like going to school in the car, drop off deliveries, then in breaks, then in between, I'll be out reaching girls, growing my Insta. That's actually how I did it. When you're at the next stage, when you've got girls interested and when you're learning how to sign them, then you can learn about that. But for now, just work on trying to do your normal day-to-day job to pay the bills and learning how to do OnlyFans and learning how to outreach girls. I know a lot of these videos out there make it sound so easy. I just quit and then I just started a business and next day I was successful. I know it's not that easy, but the truth is the secret, Uber Eats, baby, Uber Eats. It's like going to fucking uni. It was the only way that I could figure out how to make a living, pay the bills, and start a whole new business, because doing the normal 9 to 5 for a boss at a workplace was just not working. It was consuming my mind. I couldn't learn anything during the day. I couldn't even have headphones in because you get in trouble. It was just not working. So I found Uber Eats to be like the kind of gateway between paying bills and transitioning from a regular life to starting to becoming an entrepreneur. That was the secret. Now, this isn't meant to be a promo video about Uber Eats. I'm just saying if you're in that position, consider something a little more independent, like doing Uber or something like that, because eventually you are going to have to leave that 9 to 5 job because it's consuming your mind at home. I know, I've been there. You get home, I had a big day, I'll learn about it tomorrow. Or, the weekend's here, I've had a big week at work, I'll learn about it next week. I know, I've been there. What I'm saying to you is find a different job where you can work more independently and still get money. And Uber or Uber Eats is probably your go, or DoorDash, all the other ones or whatever. But then, as I said, when you're at the next stage and you're signing girls, then start learning about that. I'm not gonna crowd this video with all that other information, but that's literally how I got started. So if you're in the position, consider that because it fucking helps. So anyway, I'll stop giving you an ear beating, but if you like my content, please go like it. Please write a comment and subscribe. I get a lot of people messaging me personally saying they like my content and that, but they're not actually interacting with my videos, so they're not doing it any justice. So if you like my content, please like it, please subscribe, and I'll see you on another video.